Hey guys, I am recording this because last night the meeting recording, for some reason, the audio kept going in and out on my computer. So I am going to re-record this and include some of the information that I had last night, um, and also make sure to include the answers to the questions that we had last night as well. So this is the first page of the slideshow. It's basically just a welcome to the open house night and, telling you guys I'm super excited to be your teacher, which I am. This is a menu for the slideshow. You can click any of these buttons or home to get back to this screen on any slide. Okay, so this icon is going to be every slide, and just look at the buttons and click the one for that information. All right, so this is basically Meet the Teacher. This is just information about me, things I love, how I like to spend my time, that kind of thing. This is just a welcome and basically some information about the beginning of the school year, and encouragement for the students. I wanted the students to see my face and see me talking, so that's what that's there for. You can watch both of those videos at your leisure. This is my favorite thing slide. It was super fun to make. So some of my favorite things are my family. This is me and my son having fun together, being silly. I love to travel. I love to read. I have two dogs, and I really enjoy training them and spending time with them. I love art, gardening, photography. I love to laugh, and I love Disney. I am kind of a little bit of a Disney dork, and that is okay. I enjoy it. This is a slide about the books I love. On the left, you see Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That was the first chapter book I read as a child, and I have loved it ever since. Anne of Green Gables, I read that when I was a little girl as well and fell in love with it and have loved it my whole life. Harry Potter series, that series came out when I was a teenager, but I still just loved it. I loved it, and I've actually read it multiple times. The Book with No Pictures by B.J. Novak. That is, I want to say it's a picture book, but it's not a picture book because it doesn't have pictures. But it's a shorter book, and it's super funny. And I really enjoy reading it to my classes. I've even read it to teenagers, and they thought it was silly as well. Bone, Out from Boneville. That's the first book in the Bone series, and I've read all the series, and I love the series. So this is my contact information. I can be best reached by email. You can also reach me by phone. You can call or text me when you need me. And also, this is my Twitter handle if you wanted to follow me on Twitter. This is the Google Classroom code to join our classroom. It is super important that you join this classroom. You're going to have to in order to turn in your assignments, see your assignments virtually, all that good stuff. So this is like the holy grail of our classroom right here. It's almost like as if you were, coming to class every single day. This is going to have pretty much everything for your class this year. All right. So, again, we're going to have talking points eventually, and I will use that probably religiously whenever we do receive it. But we have not been set up with it yet. But as soon as we do, I will get you guys added. All right, so talking a little about our schedule. I'm going to start on the next slide. I'm going to start on this slide because this kind of gives you an idea of what the first couple of weeks are going to be like. The first week, our focus is going to be building a community and getting to know each other and building some relationships because that is super important when you're learning together. Kids, you know that, you learn best when you know your teacher and when your teacher knows you. So that is what our first week is going to be primarily focusing on. I want to get to know you so that I can serve you as your teacher and be the best teacher I can for you. And I want you to get to know me, because you're going to do better and perform better if you can know and trust your teacher. The second week, we're going to focus on setting up routines and familiarizing ourselves with remote learning tools and expectations. Now, basically, what that means is we're going to be learning those routines just like we learn them in the classroom. We're going to learn how to find things. We're going to learn how to turn things in. We're going to learn how to contact Miss Dixon. And we're going to really grab a hold of those routines and make it so it's second nature to us, that we don't really have to think about it. We just know what to do. So that's going to be the first 2 weeks of school. Now, once we get those routines down and we are really comfortable with our routines, we are then going to start a schedule. Now, this could be the third or fourth week of school, but this is kind of what it's going to look like whenever it's done. Okay, you will notice I have a Monday through Thursday schedule and then a Friday schedule. And that is because on Friday, we only have one Zoom meeting, but Monday through Thursday we have two. So if you look, office hours are from 8 to 9. That's on Friday as well. Specials are from 9 to 9:45. That's on Friday as well. Then we have an ELA Zoom meeting from 9:45 to 11:15. That's on Friday as well. But then there's nothing else after that. Okay, that gives you the rest of the afternoon to catch up on what you need to catch up on, to get support where you need to get support, and that kind of thing. Now, for Monday through Thursday, you will have two Zoom meetings. You'll have an ELA in the morning from 9:45 to 11:15, just like Friday. But then in the afternoon, you will have a math Zoom meeting from 12:15 to 1:45. And then eventually, this will be about 4 weeks in, we will add intervention. So that might be the last week of August or the first week of September, depending on, our schedules and how things are going. So this is going to be your schedule. Now, I do want to note that the Zoom meetings, they look like they are an hour and a half long. They will not be that long. This is just the window of time that we were given in our schedule to hold the Zoom meetings. So for instance, we will meet at 9:45, but our lesson may only take 30 minutes and we'll be done at 10:15. It may take 45 minutes and we'll be done at 10:30. Or someone may want to stay on for extra support and everybody else will leave and we'll be on till like 11, something like that. So, it all depends. We're going to be very flexible about it, but the beginning times are when it will begin, but it may not necessarily last an hour and a half. So this is kind of going to be what the schedule is going to look like once we know our routines, we've got our community built, and we are ready to roll with online learning. And that will probably be 3 or 4 weeks in. Okay. So here's some important information about enrollment. It is very important that contact is made with your child's teacher on the first day of school to verify their enrollment to Siler City Elementary. Now, what that means is even if I talk to you the day of the open house, I'm still going to be calling on Monday and Tuesday, and it's very important you answer the phone or call me back and let me know, yes, my child is starting. Yes, they will be a part of your class. They are going to be enrolled in Siler City Elementary. I will be calling to verify contact information and provide the school with anything that's changed. Attendance. So we are going to be pretty much counting attendance this year. But we're going to be doing it a little differently. Normally it's if you're in the classroom, you are attending. For this year, students attend class each day in some fashion. Now, this can be done by attending a Zoom, turning in an assignment, contacting their teacher directly, and that could be email, phone, or message. So you need to be doing at least one of these things every single day. All right, so I've gotten a lot of questions about supplies for at-home learning. This is not you have to have, but this is what I would suggest you have: a laptop or a packet, depending upon whether you're doing it virtually or on paper, 2 notebooks, pencils, loose leaf paper, and somewhere to work. So, what that means is somewhere quiet that you can be comfortable while working. All right, this is more helpful information. Students should be checking their email accounts every day. Lots of information will be sent to you via email. So you really, 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 really need to be checking that email every single day. And that is this at stumail.chatham.k12.nc.us email. And in addition to checking it, you should also be on that and logging into Zoom with that email. The reason for this is that is how I'm going to count your attendance in the Zooms. So if it does not have your name there, I'm not going to know you're attending. Like if it says, Dragon Snickle Fritz, I'm not going to know who that is. So I need to know who you are when you're in that Zoom meeting. So I'll need to have you logged in with your StuMail account. If you need any kind of technical help, the help desk at chatham.k12.nc.us is the email that you'll need to use. Or you can call me if it's like a program thing. Maybe I can work you through it. I will do my best to help you. You can attend the Zoom sessions by phone, and I will provide that information to you just like I did tonight. And you will have grades this year, so that's very important to note. You will be graded. Grades will go into Google Classroom, and then they will also eventually go into PowerSchool. This is the SCE Learns at Home website. You will find a lot of important information there. So please, 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 please make sure that you are, familiar with that website. So just click this link and it'll take you right there. All right. Last thing for parents, I would like for you to fill out, I really need you to fill out these 2 forms. One is for the parent survey for the Meet the Teacher. So if you didn't attend, you probably don't need to worry about that one. But the contact information, and also not only is it contact information, but it's also asking, important questions about your child to help me get to know them better as well. So please fill that out. Let's see, I just clicked the home button. It took me right back there. So that is the total of our slideshow. A couple of questions that I had last night were, how do we get to our classroom after we go back to school? And of course, we're going to be learning remotely for the first 9 weeks. So we don't have to worry about that for 9 weeks. However, whenever we do go back, it will be decided by the board, and then Chatham County Schools will make that information public. And then they'll decide on a date when students will return. Once you're at the school, there are lots and lots of staff around to help you get where you need to go. They all know where I'm located, so they will help you get to my classroom. I had a question about flexible seating, and CDC guidelines is really strict about maintaining social distancing in the classroom. So unfortunately, a lot of our choices for flexible seating are limited because of basically just trying to keep safe and maintain social distancing. However, if you are struggling sitting in a certain area or a certain way, I'm sure accommodations can be made while adhering to the CDC guidelines for safely returning to school and adhering to appropriate social distancing. There are 2 Zooms each day you will attend both of those Zooms. One is for reading and one is for math. So both of those Zooms are for you. They're not two groups. You're in both groups. It's not groups. It's all the class comes to the morning and all the class comes to the afternoon Zoom. And you're going to have a good space between to like work on independent work and grab some lunch and that kind of thing. Yeah, so those were the major questions from last night. I hope that you guys have a good rest of your summer, just a few days that are left. And I look forward to seeing you on Monday. Thanks, and I hope you have a good one. Bye.